Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka Be Rich Beauty, aka your beauty best friend. Happy Friday, y'all! Garcelle gets yelled at during the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. Erika Jayne is demanding more money, and Stacey Dash has a confession. You know what to do. Grab your tea, grab your beverage. Let go! Happy Friday, and thank God it's Friday. How you doing out there, sugar? We've made it to the end of another week, but most importantly, I hope the week was good to you and even better as we step into the weekend. Y'all got anything good planned for the weekend? Ow. You know, one of my uncles is actually coming down from New York to spend the weekend with me, and I have not seen this man since the start of the pandemic because the last time we saw each other, I was in New York. We went to see Tina the Musical together right before the world closed down, honey, for a good over a year, okay? So he's coming down. He's going to spend the weekend with me. Maybe I can get him to cook for me because he's a little bit of a master chef. And or bake me something good, because you know, y'all may not know, but red velvet cake is my jam, and he makes a great red velvet cake. So we shall see, but nonetheless, I'm excited to spend some time with family. Ooh, and I got a good Halloween video coming your way for this Sunday. So are y'all ready for it? I hope you are. But most importantly, are you ready for these hot topics, sugar? Because it's hot. Grab your tea. All right, let's talk about it. Calling all my vegan beauty besties, McDonald's has announced a new burger, honey, on their menu. Guess what it's called? The McPlant. Ooh, innovation at its finest, okay? Anyways, they're introducing a whole new vegan burger called the McPlant. But you know, I can't help but think a couple of things. One, have y'all ever seen what the stoves look like at McDonald's, at least from the other side of the counter, because I never worked in a McDonald's, and it just does not seem to me that the stoves are set up to really separate out the cooking. So you could order a McPlant, and the person next to you ordered a McDouble, or whatever, I don't eat McDonald's, y'all, or a Big Mac, right? A Big Mac, and now all of a sudden, the person's Big Mac is cooking next to your McPlant, and the juices from the Big Mac is dripping on down to McPlant, and you get your burger, and you drive away, you think you did something good for yourself, and or adhering to your vegan diet, and you bite into that burger and you said, ooh, this burger is juicy, this burger tastes like beef, but this burger says McPlant. So all I know is how they plan on separating out the McMeat from the McPlant so your McPlant does not get contaminated with the McMeat. Okay, so my question to you all is, are y'all in and on board for this McPlant burger? And you know, and I've heard great things. Like people say like the Burger King Impossible Burger is really great. I don't really eat McDonald's, and the only time I eat McDonald's is for special occasions. When I say special occasion, like 4 a.m. in the morning and I'm on the corner of being drunk, right? And I need to now go get me some chicken nuggets. So all my vegan people, y'all going to McDonald's for a vegan burger, the McPlant, or y'all gonna go to a real like restaurant for a real vegan burger? I don't know. Y'all let me know. But I felt like I needed to bring y'all the vegan good news on this good old Friday. Let's move on. Did y'all watch part 1 of the 4-part reunion for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Please tell me y'all did, because I did. And we're going to talk about it on Monday with me and Jeremy McShann. But I just had a few things I had to bring directly to y'all because it was sitting on my heart, right? First off, we know Erika Jayne is really the star of the season because of her storyline and all the craziness going on with her. And, you know, Andy asked her some great questions right out the gate because obviously, you know, he wants to set the tone for us. And we also saw the smaller storylines get aired also because I feel like they're trying to get through the smaller storylines first so they can really like lay into like the bigger characters like Kyle and even Erika Jayne, because y'all know they're going to give us more Erika Jayne stuff and all the mess. Come on, Andy, do your job, okay? But I'm going to tell you what burnt my biscuits. Y'all ready for it? Grab your tea. Dorito big-headed heifer. Yes, her. Dorit. Her. Yes, Miss I Speak 4 Languages. Yes, Dorit. Because what pissed me off is Dorit sat on that couch and tried to come for Garcelle. And I'm going to tell you something. Every single one of the ladies are guilty of saying one thing in front of everybody's face and another thing in confessionals. But yet, Dorit is still on this whole bandwagon of Garcelle throwing jabs. Andy called it out, by the way, and Andy said to Dorit, when Garcelle comes straight to you and says exactly what she means, then you have an issue and you say she's throwing darts. Then when Garcelle says something in her confessionals, then you have an issue because she's passive aggressive. And on top of that, Dorit called Garcelle the bully for the season. And in all fairness, they also circled back and said, but you didn't give Erika Jayne the same smoke when she kept attacking Sutton. True, and facts. So my thing with Dorito is that if you're going to be on this high horse about people being bullies and being passive aggressive and throwing darts, then everybody needs to be held accountable, not just Garcelle. But I'm going to tell you what almost got the hands for me. Ooh. And y'all know what I'm about to say. The fact that Dorit screamed at Garcelle at the top of her lungs is what did it for me. Baby! It's the unmitigated privilege gall of it all for her to scream indoors at somebody sitting at a couch across from her as if Dorit was participating in a hollering contest. Ma'am, what are these four languages you speak? Ma'am, what is this class and decorum that you talk of? Because what you're not about to do is scream at a whole grown adult when that whole grown adult in front of you has not raised their voice to you. Where do you get off with that? And I say that because, let me take another sip. I think watching Garcelle's response, and even like Kyle looked shook. Garcelle looked shook. Garcelle wasn't expecting that. Garcelle didn't know how to respond to that. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't believe in violence, nor do I condone it. But the verbal hands that would have been laid on Dorit after she yelled at me would have had Dorit laid out in the spirit. Slain in the spirit on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Reunion Part 1 stage. Because you don't yell at someone, and no, not even yell. She screamed because Garcelle cut her off mid-sentence. Well, girl, like the Oscars do, wrap it up, sis. Play the music, but you don't have permission to scream at somebody. And I saw Garcelle on Watch What Happens Live after the reunion, and Garcelle said, one of the things I would do differently, she goes, Dorit will never talk to me like that ever again. And I think that's one of those moments where it catches you off guard and you really don't know what to do. You don't know how to be reactionary in that moment. But I watched it in favor for Garcelle. I actually had to tweet about it. Here's the tweet right here. Okay, so are y'all ready for part 2 on this upcoming Wednesday? Oh, child, we're going to talk more about it on Monday with Jeremy McShann and I. But let's talk about Erika Jayne real quick. So we finished part 1 on a cliffhanger. Andy asked Erika if she ever cheated on Tom, and that's where it left off. Now, I'm going to just say something without saying something. I think we all know the answer even before Erika says anything on next week's episode, okay? Wink, wink. She's never cheated on Tom, especially with all of the footage being watched, and she's still going through this divorce from Tom. I'm sure she's never cheated on Tom, allegedly. Anyways, so word on the curb is Erika's now demanding more money to show up for season 12. Now, here's what I think is ironic. Does she deserve the money? I agree. She poured her entire life out on the screen for us this season, and we enjoyed the entertainment piece and went on the emotional roller coaster with her and all of her stories. Now she went from making $600,000 this season, and now she's asking for more money to show up for season 12. And you know what, Erika, you'd be dumb if you didn't ask for more money, because I'm sure they're banking on her for season 12 to still be going through these waves in her life, and this divorce and all these other things to probably get more messy before it gets better, and it's going to be television gold and footage. So sis, while they're using you, you better demand more money to have your life out there and exposed. Not to mention, like Andy kind of alluded in the trailer, I know how much you make. This is her sole job now. So if she better use this 15 minutes of shine while she's still the spotlight of the show to her advantage and get more money from Bravo. Now, in addition to Erika Jayne, y'all know we talked about how they subpoenaed the Bravo producers for extra footage of Erika. Well, apparently Bravo turned over a whole heap, a heap of footage to the lawyers that subpoenaed the footage. And apparently the lawyer is saying that they have all this footage to comb through, and they're hoping they'll find evidence in there that proves that Erika knew more than what she alleged and let on during the filming. So we shall see how all this turns out. I actually hope Erika gets a raise, and we shall see what turns out once they get done combing through all this footage, honey. It's like a treasure hunt of incriminating evidence, okay? But let's move on. Clueless star Stacey Dash was Clueless? Has she not done anything else with her career except upsetting the Black community? Y'all let me know. Has Stacey Dash not done anything else except Clueless? Well, anyways, Stacey Dash was recently on Dr. Oz, and on the show, she admitted to Dr. Oz of her having an addiction problem and her being 5 years sober. Now, congratulations to sobriety and congratulations for Stacey Dash for being sober for 5 years. I want to be very, very clear about that, right? Because addiction is a big deal, and for you to be sober is a milestone and a big deal as well. So she admitted to Dr. Oz that she was taking about 18 to 20 pills a day and that they were Vicodin. First of all, Vicodin is expensive. And second of all, have y'all ever taken a Vicodin out there? I don't know about y'all, but I think I've taken a Vicodin at one point in my life, and I remember waking up like the next day. So the fact that mama was taking 18 to 20 pills and some of them being Vicodins and still was functional, that's called God's grace and mercy, child, because I would have been sitting somewhere in a corner drooling all over myself. But I digress. So the second thought that popped in my head was, so Stacey Dash, this entire time that you've been having inflammatory language, upsetting the black community, and supporting Trump, you did that sober? Girl, you've been sober for over 5 years, a little over 5 years, and all of this happened while you were sober? Sis, what's the excuse? I would have believed you and given you a little bit more grace and mercy if you said, I went on this rant, I supported Trump, and I was also battling addiction at the same time. Because then it would have made logical sense. But you went on Fox News and all these other news sources, just throwing your black card away left and right, supporting Trump, and all that was through sober eyes and sober mind and sober voice and sober lenses. Girl, it's the unmitigated gall of it all for me to think that you're about to get your black card back. Because let me tell you something, sis. You may be sober, and again, congratulations, but you did too much damage to the black community for the black community to just give you your black card right back right now and or give you an immediate invitation to the cookout. At most, you can get a plate from the cookout once the cookout is over, hoping that there's still food left. But I'm glad that you are sober, sis, and that you're on the rebound, trying to restructure and rebuild your career. You might find a job over at Fox News. But what y'all think about this? Does Stacey Dash earn her black card back now that she's coming clean about some of her life struggles and trying to rebuild her life? What do y'all think here? Or did she just do too much damage to even earn that card back in the meantime? But let's move on. And before I get out of here, guys, I just want to take a moment to just kind of pause for the cause and just honor one of America's beloved Golden Girls, Miss Betty White. I don't know if you guys heard, but Betty is 99, about to be 100 years old in 3 months in January. So the internet is saying protect her, give her national security, and wrap her up in bubble wrap. And I saw that tweet and just died laughing because she is about to be 100, and we are out here trying to protect her at all costs. I hope that tickled you. You know, guys, I feel like I see our elders and we see these headlines come up, I get a little nervous. I said, but it was a good little nervous, right? I said, let me just go ahead and toss that y'all way as well. So let's make sure we send Miss Betty White all our bubble wrap. Call up your great auntie, your uncle, or somebody in the National Security Department and send out a car to look over her and send down the angels and everything else in between. No, not the angels, child, because we're not trying to have her leave just yet. But, keep a hedge of protection around Miss Betty White in the meantime. And on that note, guys, I got to go. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video if you like, and leave me a comment. Most importantly, check the notifications and make sure they are turned on. Who loves you? I do. I'll see you on Sunday and on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye.